why she doesn't want to sleep with you. The amount of times that I dropped or stopped talking to two other girls, either they were texting me or I just stopped texting them, stopped hitting them up because of this one girl, just to find out that that one girl didn't even really fuck with me all like that, or I just stopped hearing from her. So now, not only did I go on a date with one girl and I dropped two other girls, I came with what, two? And now I'm leaving with none.
My fault, man. Hear me out, man. My fault, yeah.
Okay? And sometimes when you're going on a date with a girl, she can sniff out on you. Guys, you gotta stop being a little pussy, okay? If you're on a date, that means that she has somewhat of interest in you. You do not want to put yourself in the friend zone to where you guys are having great conversation and everything's going good, but you still haven't crossed that barrier. What's up, Brody? Welcome to the Bourbon Effect. My name is Tunji, and you already know what it is, so let's talk. Before I get into the topic of the video, if you have not already hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button for me and hit that notification bell so you know every time that I post. And also, after you finish watching this video, make sure you go check out my last video because I dropped a lot of gems in there that I'm sure you do not want to miss. And if not the last one, the one before that as well, okay? But today, let's get into the video. Today, I'm going to be telling you why she doesn't want to sleep with you. 6 mistakes men make in dating today. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this video is because you are probably running into the dilemma of being able to go on a date with women, but for some reason you can never close the deal. Everything seems to be working out fine. She seems to be liking you, or at least that's what you think. Everything's going fine, the date's going good, but for some reason you cannot close the deal. She does not want to come to your place. You can just never close the deal. And the reason why I'm making this video is because if you are in the situation that I was years ago, you're probably stuck in limbo, kind of confused on what's going on, what are you doing wrong.
Hotel set.
You feel like you're doing everything right, but for some reason you just cannot make it happen. She doesn't want to sleep with you. And today I'm going to be telling you guys these things today, all right? Starting with number 1, you are being too nice. Guys, one thing you have to understand is that when it comes to women, I understand that you want to be chivalrous, you want to be a gentleman, you want to be all these things because women constantly come online and tell you these are the things that they like, but you have to understand there is a certain amount of discernment that you have to use. See, when you are too nice, women think that you're trying too hard to be likable. You want everybody to like you. You want to do everything to make sure that she likes you. You're agreeing with everything that she's saying pretty much, and you don't really have a mind for yourself.
Biggest thing in a guy.
Like when they.
Say it. Say
No,
it.
no, no.
Run it.
That was so mean. I was gonna say if they're like really nice, it's such a.
Be assholes.
Just a little bit.
And when it comes to women, as much as they say that they like nice guys or, you know, they want to, don't get me wrong, that is true, but you have to learn when to use it. When you want to be a gentleman, when you want to be chivalrous, you have to do it on your terms, not their terms. And especially on a first date, don't do too much, all right? If she's talking to you, you guys are having a conversation, don't try to agree with everything that she's saying. Don't try to constantly compliment her because believe me, my guy, believe me, okay? She is getting compliments every day online, okay? She's getting that constant dopamine hit, okay? If attention was in a syringe, she would, yeah. All right, you get my drift, okay? So when you're complimenting her, you're just constantly giving her that validation that she probably already knows or that she's convinced of because she's getting so much of it, okay? So learn discernment. There's nothing wrong with being a gentleman. There's nothing wrong with being nice, but you have to learn when to use it when it's appropriate, okay? Don't compliment her on the first date. Obviously, when you first see her, just say, hey, you look good, and then leave it at that. But don't keep validating her and say, oh, you look good. Oh, you smell so great. Oh, your eyes look so beautiful. Oh, you look so wonderful. Oh, let me kiss your feet. Some of y'all are some weasels, okay? But it's okay because I am here. I am here. It's okay. I'm here to help you. So you can no longer be a weasel. Okay? So stop being too nice.
The nice guys never win. Nice guys don't get no bitches. Nice guys don't goddamn get no respect. Nice guys don't get shit. That's just the sad reality of the situation. Nice guys finish last.
All right? That's number one. Number two, dropping all your options for one girl. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times I have done this in my past, okay? And it's not like even back then I had as many options, but whenever I would have like one or two extra ones, whenever it came to one that I really liked, I would always kind of put all my eggs in one basket because this is the one that I was like, I could already imagine myself. Oh man, I can see her being my girlfriend. You start to imagine, you start to get yourself in this little fantasy of yours where you're starting to think of how she's gonna be when you guys are a couple, thinking about marrying her, how you guys are gonna be when you guys have kids together. Stop thinking that, okay? Now, I know it's normal, probably it goes through your mind every here and there, just because I feel like for guys, we kind of like to vet women and see what the potential is of that happening, but don't overdo it. Because here's the thing, the amount of times that I dropped or stopped talking to two other girls, either they were texting me or I just stopped texting them, stopped hitting them up because of this one girl, just to find out that that one girl didn't even really fuck with me all like that, or I just stopped hearing from her. So now, not only did I go on a date with one girl and I dropped two other girls, I came with what, two? And now I'm leaving with none.
My fault, man. Hear me out, man. My fault, yeah.
Okay? And sometimes when you're going on a date with a girl, she can sniff that on you because you seem a little desperate, you seem a little bit too eager, you seem too what's the word I'm looking for? Malleable, to where it just seems like she can say anything and do anything that she wants and you're just gonna take it, okay? You seem a little bit desperate. You need to get that little desperate stench off of you, okay? Don't do it. Even if you're talking to a girl and you may happen to like her the most, do not drop your other options. Keep talking to them because you never know, that one girl that you're talking to, she might just fuck you over, and it happens a lot. Okay? It happens a lot.
Nah, I ain't got nobody to call, man. I told you, I haven't even, like, I cleared out my whole arsenal. Like, I don't have nobody to call except one person. Like, I don't have nobody to call. Like,
even, have you ever gone on set up a date with a girl and you probably had options, you know, other things that you probably could have done, and you drop everything to go on a date with this one girl just for her to cancel on you? Have you ever had that happen to you? This is kind of the same thing, except instead of dropping your plans, you're dropping your other options of women because you think this one's gonna so-called be the one. Do not do that, guys, all right? Keep your options open because you never know when some of these women are gonna try to play games, and one minute you hear from them, the next minute they disappear, especially if they've already gotten what they want from you. So be aware of that, okay? Don't drop all your options. Don't put all your eggs in one basket because you're feeling this one a little bit or because she happens to be the most attractive from all the other girls that you're possibly talking to. Just keep your options open, okay? Have a plan B, have a plan C, okay? Stop doing that. Number three, this is a big one. Always being the first one to text. Guys, you have to understand and read between the lines. If you are the one who is always texting her first and she never texts you first, she never tries to see what you're doing or, you know, try to start a conversation with you through text message or phone call, she's probably not feeling you like that.
I had to reach out to you. I thought when you reach it, everyone just gets it. Hadn't I said anything? Were you not gonna send me one? It's always me reaching to you.
There's no reason why, because even me, all these things that are happening, I have done. Okay, so I completely understand where you're coming from, why you're doing it. You're still trying to learn the game. It's okay. The best teacher is experience. And because I've experienced all of this, that's why I'm teaching you, so you don't have to go through years of trying to figure this out. Okay? If you're always texting her first, she not the one, bro. Because if a woman who really likes you and has high interest, she will find a way to text you. She'll either respond to your story or respond on your, or, you know, put your comment section, you know, if you're, you know, posting something. She will find some way to talk to you, okay? And even if she doesn't do it as often, if she's still making conversation starters by texting you or a phone call, that's okay. Even if you're doing majority of it, it's still fine. That's still a start, okay? Because right now, you guys are trying to gauge each other. She's still trying to gauge you and where you're at. Also, when it comes to this, it makes it seem as if, one, you have no options, like I mentioned earlier, and two, you don't really have anything going for yourself. Women don't really like guys who have so much availability because, one, you don't look ambitious. Two, you don't look as if other women are interested in you. You don't look or act, or your demeanor doesn't give off, I got women flocking for me. And that's the thing that you don't want, because one thing you're gonna learn in this dating scene is that women tend to not want guys who other women don't want. No matter what a lot of these women say, okay? Now, when I'm talking, you understand, I am not talking about all women, because there's certain women out there who have very great character traits, feminine, all these things that we are looking for as men. But unfortunately, because we live in 2024, a lot of these women have similar, you know, brain waves, okay, where they say the same shit, they think the same shit. So if a group of women do not want you and she sees that, she's not gonna want you, because you're not gonna be seen as a high commodity, okay? And women want guys who other women want because it makes them feel better, okay? So it looks like you don't really have any options and you don't want to look like that. Not only that, make sure you don't constantly text her first, but do not double text.
Stop it. Get some help.
Bro, this was the hardest thing for me to overcome. Okay, this is still within number 3. When you are texting women, okay, believe me when I say they see your text, okay? Whether they're busy, whether they're not busy, whatever. Women are with their phones all the time, okay? We see it every day. Women are with their phones. They're on their phones every day. They're glued to that shit. So for you to text and you don't get a response back, believe me when I say sometimes women will purposely test you to see if you double text. Some may be busy. Hey, I'm not saying that's not true. But a lot of the times, they will just take their time to respond to you. Some of them want to see if you're going to double text, because here's the thing, if you double text to them, it means that you are desperate. And they don't want a guy who is desperate. But believe me when I say, every time it seems like that she may not text you, or she's not gonna respond, and you're like, oh fuck, I guess she don't really fuck with me. Just be patient. Just be patient. Wait a little bit longer, bro. And when I say wait a little bit longer, I'm not saying wait a little bit longer for you to double text her. I just mean wait a little bit longer, be patient for her to respond. Because believe me, there are many times where I had to get over this rut, where I had to double text and be like, hey, how are you? Hey, what's going on? Hey, blah, blah, blah. Trying to get an update because I never got a text back, right? Meanwhile, when I stopped doing that, sometimes when I would think that they wouldn't respond anymore, or maybe they weren't really fucking with me like that, they always ended up responding. So it's just like, sometimes you gotta be patient. Sometimes you may text her in the morning, she may not text you till nighttime. Sometimes you may text her during the day, she may not text you till tomorrow. That's fine. And when she does that, act like it doesn't bother you. Don't bring it up. Don't be like, oh yeah, what took you so long to respond? What took you so long to just act like it doesn't bother you, like it doesn't faze you. Believe me, it works. So don't be too eager. If she doesn't respond to you, bro, she doesn't really fuck with you like that. And that's okay, because not only will it save you time, it will save you money. Just move on. I know it sucks, but at least you get to keep your dignity, at least you get to keep your pride and your integrity, and you move on. Simple as that, okay? This will help you severely, okay? If you're not able to clap the cheeks, these are one of the reasons why, okay? Number 4, taking them on too many dates. Bro, believe me when I say, 1, not only too many dates, but expensive dates. Okay, if a girl really fucks with you, you don't have to take her out on an expensive date. Just take her out on a date that is unique. Take her out on a date that is different. Instead of going out to buy dinner, instead of going out to the movies where you guys are barely gonna talk and get to know anything about each other, okay? How about you do something different? Think outside of the box. Go to Top Golf. Go to, go get some like ice, like do something simple that's different. Go wine tasting, go different, something where you guys can do something different, but then you still are able to talk and have a good experience. Women like that shit. Women like when you have unique dates. You taking her out on super expensive dates, and not only that, but taking her on a lot of those, she doesn't really fuck with you like that. Because if she really fucks with you, bro, I'm telling you, if she really fucks with you, you don't have to take her out on an expensive date. The amount of women that have come to my place on a first date, it's a lot, okay? And this is just stuff that I learned over time. Now, that's not gonna work with every single woman out there. Women are different, okay? They're the same, but then they're different as well. It depends on the type of standards that they have for themselves. I'm not saying that women who come to your place on the first date don't have standards. I'm just saying that women tend to be a little bit different when it comes to first dates like that. So, one, don't take her out on a super expensive date. And if you've taken her out on 3 dates and you still haven't hit, bro, move on, all right? Because for me, I brought a woman over to my place on the first date and hit, same day. So for you taking her out on 3 dates, 4 dates, and you haven't hit, she hasn't kissed you, she hasn't nothing, she don't really fuck with you like that, bro. Because I guarantee you, there's a guy out there, most likely, that didn't take her out on any date or even invited her to his place, and he hit the same day. While you out here wasting your money, taking her out on all these expensive dates, you don't need to do that. And her seeing that you're doing this constantly, taking her out on all these dates, of course she's not gonna mind, and she's not gonna tell you to stop. But she's already gonna have in the back of her mind that you come off desperate because this guy is taking me out on all these dates. He hasn't expected any kiss from me, anything physical from me, nothing like that. So she's just gonna keep using you until she just doesn't feel like it anymore, until she finds another dude where she can get the same thing from, okay? You do not need to take her on so many dates. Honestly, for me, after the second date, for me, I will do 1 or 2 dates. After the second one, come over to my place. Let's come over to my place. Let's watch a movie. Let's drink some wine. Let's do this. And if she doesn't want to go, you move on. Simple as that, all right? Number 5, lack of physical contact. Guys, you gotta stop being a little pussy, okay? If you're on a date, that means that she has somewhat of interest in you. You do not want to put yourself in the friend zone to where you guys are having great conversation and everything's going good, but you still haven't crossed that barrier yet to where you are making physical contact, putting your arm on her wrist. You gotta learn how to ease into it. If you guys want me to make a video on that, let me know. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, okay? But like I'm saying, you have to ease into it, okay? As you guys are laughing, you wanna break that physical contact. As you guys are walking, put your hands on her hip, put your arm around her neck. Little things like this, okay? You wanna make sure that when you guys are on the date, you are close to her in vicinity so she knows exactly what your intentions are, because sometimes guys are too afraid to break this physical contact, and so they don't know what to do. They're nervous, they're scared, they don't want to cross any boundaries with her and stuff like that. But if you're a man, you will take charge and do what you need to do. And if she doesn't want you to, then simple as that, you don't got to. But then based off of that, you should already know how much interest she has in you. If she don't want you to break physical contact, like, okay, why are we even on the date? All right? You can't even put your arm around her and stuff like, Guys, on the first date, I'm kissing, I'm doing all this shit, all right? And if she doesn't feel comfortable with it, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna move on. I don't got time to waste, okay? Yeah, she probably enjoyed the day and stuff like that, but that's gonna be the last time she see me. I can tell you, if you haven't managed to kiss her on at least the second date, because for me, I always do the first date personally. But I know not everybody got game like me. You know, I know not everybody's a son. Not everybody's a sexy ass nigga. No. I know not everybody's me, and that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. But by the second date, if you haven't done anything, if you haven't escalated any physical contact, bro, or she's not letting you, time for you to move on, Brody. That's the reason why you're not getting the cheeks, okay? A lot of these reasons that I'm stating here, sometimes the reason why you're not able to sleep with women or they don't want to sleep with you, sometimes a lot of the times it has to do with you, but some of the times it has to do with them, because some of these women out here don't really fuck with some of these dudes like that who they're going on dates with. They're just using these guys for dates. So you have to understand that a lot of the things I'm mentioning to you either has to do with something that you're doing, or it has to do with how much interest she genuinely has for you. Because a woman who doesn't really have genuine interest for you and is just trying to get something out of you is not really going to sleep with you. She's not going to want to sleep with you because that's not what her intentions are. She just wants to use you for whatever she can benefit from. So that's something that you have to understand. That's what a lot of these consist of. And I will get into the last one, okay? Dressing / conversations, okay? Conversation topics, all right? My guy, I get you. I love anime, okay? I love anime just as much as the next person. Do not wear an anime shirt to a date, okay? Do not wear an anime shirt to a date. Do not talk about, like, there's nothing wrong with you telling her your interests when it comes to anime and things like that, but don't over talk about it. Unless she also likes anime, do not make anime such a big topic, okay? Bring it up as one of your interests and breeze by it right after that, okay? Understand that the way you dress, your physical appearance, has a lot to do with how much women are interested in you, okay? Stop wearing anime-esque graphic tees and stuff like that. It makes you look like a kid. It makes you look like a child. It doesn't make you look like a grown adult male. It's still given this kind of, you're in a man's body, but mentally you're still a kid. Women want to go on a date with a man. They don't want to go on a date with a immature kid in a man's body. They don't want that, okay? No matter how fine I look, you know, son, okay? If I go to a date wearing an anime shirt, she gonna look at me like, what the fuck? And I may still pull, don't get me wrong, but it's surely still gonna throw her off, okay? Unless it's something that's very subtle, but you know, cut that out, okay? Make sure if you don't know how to dress, go into one of my other videos that I have on my channel about the male and female gaze, okay? If you're trying to figure out how to dress, go watch that video. And on top of that, do not talk about red pill content, okay, guys? The amount of girls I've talked to on Hinge, I'm always curious. I'm like, what's been your most awkward or worst experience on Hinge, or your weirdest one? And one of the things that I hear the most is that you guys are talking about Andrew Tate, red pill, all this stuff. What are you doing, bro? This conversation that we're having is not meant for them. It is meant for you and your knowledge. You take the knowledge that we're giving you and you use it to your benefit. You take in this knowledge and use it to better yourself in your dating life and life in general. This is not for you to open your damn mouth and be like, do you watch Andrew Tate? He's a really good guy, because a lot of the things that he says is true about like being masculine and how society doesn't want us to be masculine men because they want to feminize men. And shut up, shut your mouths, eh? Get Andrew Tate's nuts out of your mouth, okay? Andrew Tate's the best. He made me think different about life. Don't get me wrong, Andrew Tate does say a lot of true things, but then he also says a lot of wild shit. I don't agree with everything that he says, but the things that I do agree with him on, I take it and, you know, I implement that in my life. And just like I do with a whole bunch of other information. It's not for me to go out and spew to other people and try to convince them to like somebody or listen or have them view things the same way that I view them. That's not what it's for. It's for me and to implement it in my life. So stop talking about Andrew Tate. Stop talking about red pill content. Stop talking about all this shit on dates. It makes you look lame. And even if we are telling you guys the truth on female nature and things like that, women hate hearing that, because it's like you're putting a mirror to their face and you're telling them, this is why you guys are shitty, okay? This is why the dating scene is terrible, because of you guys. And we already know women don't like taking accountability. So you pretty much bringing these things up to her and telling her, oh, you know, I like Andrew Tate, blah, blah, blah. They already hate male self-improvement content because they automatically think it's a platform that hates on women and we're anti-women, we're you know, misogynist and different things like that. When really we're just trying to educate the next man so they don't have to go through all the shit that we went through. But they don't see it like that, and they don't want to, or at least a lot of them don't. Okay, so when it comes to topics and conversations, don't talk about that shit. Okay, see what she likes. How about you just shut the fuck up? Don't do too much talking, okay? Let her do most of the talking. You ask the questions, you let her explain. Unless she asks something about you, about yourself, you say very little to nothing. Let her do all the talking, okay? Because that still gives you a bit of mystery. You're not giving up everything about you before the date ends. Because I guarantee you, once you tell her almost everything, once you tell her so much, she's gonna feel like she knows everything about you. Now there's no longer that mystery effect that you have to yourself. She feels like she knows you already, and now she's not interested. She's bored. Okay? And that's number 6. And these are the reasons why women don't want to sleep with you. Okay? These are the mistakes that you guys are making. So if you're doing any of these, let me know in the comment section. Okay? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you guys want me to talk about when it comes to this stuff. I already dropped a video talking about how race affects your dating based off somebody that asked for it in the comment section. Shout out to you. So if there's anything you want me to talk about in particular, then let me know. Comment in the comment section. Have you done any of these mistakes? And what have you done to learn from it, okay? But anyway, man, I got somewhere to be. I tried to keep this as short and sweet as possible. We know that's kind of difficult for me, but I still feel like I did somewhat of a good job. So I was like, yeah, fuck. My fucking biceps, bro. You can't even see shit in my hoodie. Anyway, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You already know what it is. Bourbon Effect out. Peace out.